me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? What's your name? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken any time to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Yay! Hey everybody, hi. Good morning. I'm going with just a slightly different camera angle today because we are just going to do so much chill stuff. Oh, let me get my water too. That's hiding over here. Hi G, hi Miriam. Yay, you guys made it with our time change. I know it's so hard if you're not in the States. Oh, it's so good to see your names. So good to see your names. also going to put on some little headphones. So while we're waiting for people to get on, wow, there's just cat hair embedded into every aspect of my life. I'm not sure how it's like here in my headphones, but what are you gonna do? So we're gonna take a considerably chiller version of, or at least like chiller than normal, because like I mentioned, I sat for several hours last night under a tattoo gun. Oh my God. You know what's funny is like, let me turn this down also. I'll just turn off that desktop audio. Is like my artist, she's such a perfectionist, and she's like, yeah, we're just gonna finish a couple things, easy peasy, no big deal. And to me, that says like maybe an hour or 2 hours, right? No, we were going for 4 to 5 hours because she wanted to perfect every little thing. Yeah, so I'm super happy. I would show you right now, but it's really nasty and I'd have to take off my pants, which I know isn't a deterrent to any of you. You're actually like, and? So the fuck what? But she took some great pictures and videos last night, so I'll be posting it soon. But it just looks so great. It's so much, you know, there's a lot more cohesion down the back of my calf, so I'm really excited. So what I figured would be fun and also kind of fucked up today is if we did a lot of abdominals and arms. What do you guys think about that? And how was your show, Stephanie? I hope it went well. I was there in spirit. It felt so good today to get the saran wrap off and wash my leg, though. So excited. Oh, good. I'm glad it went so well. Iconic spot, you know? Iconic spot. Arms and abs. Well, okay. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you're just like, sounds good, coach. It'll be great. It'll be great, guys. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Oh, my leg feels so swollen. Ouch. Yeah, I'm hoping to make that St. Roch show. So prepare your ass to see me. All right, guys, let's do it, because I would also like to keep today's class just a little like shorter. A little bit shorter if you're down for that. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I kind of mentioned briefly in like the, what is it called? The Discord. No, Patreon post. To have a strap and maybe a block or two, so that can be super helpful. I'm gonna put this on Do Not Disturb. I wish to not be disturbed while I do this class. All right, guys, let's sit down. I'm also gonna get down, oh, so stupidly. You know, I told my tattoo artist last night, I was like, dude, we should totally like, you should go over everything on my knee. And she fucking obliged. That way I can see my screen. Okay. So we'll sit crisscross, applesauce. Every time I say that, I'm like, oh, thank God, G is here to hear me say that. And we're just gonna take a couple rounds of breath here. Again, abs and arms, that's the name of the game. We're not doing a bunch of leg stuff. So just kind of drop into your mindset, drop into your body, drop into your breath. And we'll take one more breath in here. And one more breath out. Good. All right, let's just take a couple of rounds of cat-cows. You know what? I'm just gonna, my leg feels so, it feels so warm and fat. I'm just gonna do cat-cows like this, okay? You don't do it like me, because you didn't pay somebody to hurt you yesterday, or maybe you did. And no judgment if that's the situation. Whew. All right. The next time we're in our contracted position, let's take our legs out from underneath us. And we're gonna take one of these blocks with us as we lay down onto our backs. Now, once you're all the way flat, let's take your feet a little bit wider so they're at the edges of your mat space. And let's rock our knees from side to side. Oh my gosh. You know, something I probably should have done before yesterday is like, I don't know, a workout, a yoga class, but that just wasn't happening. All right, now the next time we take ourselves back to center, we're gonna bring the feet just a little bit closer. Let's work into a bridge position. So first, press your low spine into the ground, roll up into your bridge shape. I want you to really work on your tuck. So I want you to feel your butt cheeks activate and then roll on down. This actually feels okay. So let's do some more bridgey stuff so that your ass doesn't feel left out. Roll down. One more time, let's roll up. And then roll down. Okay, let's go up, but just about like halfway position here. And then we're gonna work some little pulses through the hips. Oh my God. I'm listening to a random ass playlist and Rock Lobster just came on. Imagine you hip thrusting to the B-52s right now. Last 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Roll yourself all the way back down. Whew. And then we'll take our legs up and into a reverse tabletop position. Yeah, so shin bones parallel to the mat. I just saw myself in the screen and realized I wasn't quite parallel. So what you think is parallel to the mat probably isn't quite parallel. Really think about those shin bones working at the same angle. And we're gonna start with toe taps alternating, right? So one goes down and then bring it back up. Your hands can be down at the floor by your side, but sometimes I like to actually bring my hands onto my body, like right in front of my hip bones or even into the low abs, and I like to feel things working. Because especially with things like this where like the hamstrings hip flexors can take over. Try to use the breath. All right, last 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna flex into our feet, bring the heels together, and then open up the legs. So they're in like this little diamond froggy position, all right? Our hands are going to come behind our head. Legs are gonna stay in one spot. Take a breath in. And then exhale, curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. Take it down. Exhale, lift. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that little curl up. Try to bring your knees towards your elbows. Your low spine may curl up and off of the floor. And then extend and push the legs out. Bring them back into your froggy. And then lengthen. Oh my God, this is so bad. What kind of evil bitch came up with this today? Oh, it's me. 5, 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Try to hold those legs out and then click your heels together. Goes amazingly with Rock Lobster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in. Relax. And then take some little circles with the hips. A visitor. Hi, Pie. Oh, you gonna keep us company? You wanna look outside? There you go. Check it out, baby bear. Check it out, baby boo. All right, now we're gonna take our entire selves over towards our left-hand side, like you're laying all the way onto your hip. Great. Now we're gonna take our top hand, we're gonna push ourselves up and off of the earth. Take a little twist, take a little rotation. And we're gonna do an arm exercise that we do in Pilates that I really like. It's a really nice cross body push, okay? All right, so right hand comes back down onto the ground. Let's wrap the left arm around your body. Now my left hand is on my right ribs, okay? And I'm not letting my my side spine or my waistline smoosh into the ground. I don't even know what words are today, okay? I'm healing. Right hand in front of your body. Take a breath in and exhale, push off of the earth. If you had a hard time doing it with the current orientation, separating your legs might help. Return the side body down and then lift. Lift. I'm gonna do 5 more, and then we're gonna do some mermaids. 4. Oh. Good. 3. Hi, little pie. 2. And last 1. Now walk yourself all the way up onto your bum. All right, so you're in a double stag position or a Z sit. And we're gonna keep the legs in this position the whole time. Right hand comes to the floor, left arm is going to reach up and over. Great. Now bring your left hand onto the ground. Maybe you even go over to your forearm, side bend the other way. Good. Over to the right side. And over towards the floor. Hi, Pie. Come here. Good. Keep going. 10 more seconds. This is such a nice exercise if you've been feeling a little compressed. I feel like we don't think of like gaining height when we're doing exercises as like a goal or something that like we're thinking about as what we want for ourselves. But when we're really tight in our torsos, we have no choice but to like be compressed and squished down. And this mermaid is one of my favorite exercises for just gaining a lot of length and starting to feel like I can just stand and sit up taller. Yeah? Right, Pi? She gets it. All right, we'll bring ourselves all the way back up, and then we'll turn and pivot back towards the front. We'll go feet together, knees wide. Sit up tall, inhale, breath. Exhale, round your spine. Open your hips in that diamond shape. Okay. Let's bring ourselves back up. We're gonna do that same arm exercise and do the mermaids on the other side. So you could just roll over off to another, the other side. I'm gonna just turn towards you so that we have kind of some consistency in what we're doing. Right, Pi? Consistency is key. All right, so we'll lay down onto our side, and my right arm is gonna wrap around my body, reaching for my left side waistline. I'm also not compressing the waistline into the floor. Try to remember if you staggered your position out, okay? Now left hand is gonna come to the ground, take your breath in, and then exhale, push your way up. If you need to adjust, make your adjustments. Lower down, exhale, push. Use your exhales. Last 4. 3. 2. And finish off that last 1. Oh my God. Whoa, my left arm, feeling a little weak. All right, so push yourself all the way up to your stagger position or your Z-sit. Great. We're gonna start with our mermaid side bending towards where your legs are at. Feeling this in my groin for some reason. And then right hand to the floor or forearm. And we're just kind of flowing back and forth right now. I think we're gonna need to do some groin stretches, gang. Pi, do not go all suicide commando on me and eat some cords. Pi. I know I told you to grab this strap, but I'm gonna throw it at my cat right now. I hate when cats chew on cords. Like, do you want to die today? Is that your wish? To be released from your earthly body? I get it. But I don't get to chew on cords, okay? All right. Thank you for coming to my mental health TED Talk. The next time we bring it all the way up, let's re-square ourselves back to the front. And once more, we're going to go forwards. Yeah, I really need to stretch my groin today. All right. Now from here, we're going to go through, all of you can do tabletop and warm up your spine. I just, again, can't really spend a lot of time on my knee, so I'm just gonna pretty much go straight to downward facing dog, okay? So let's move there. I mean, I could also just like float my knee for a little bit. So, all right, if you want to work through a few more cat-cows, side body stretches, make it happen. I'm just modifying for myself. And then let's head into DD, Real MVP. Lifting your hips and creating that A shape with your body. Let's take like several rounds of breath here. Allowing the crown of your head to point towards the earth, your sit bones towards the sky. And perhaps you need to bend your knees to do that or wiggle around just to kind of free things up a little bit. Right, let's take a little walk towards the front of our space, and then we'll roll ourselves all the way up towards standing. Take some little shoulder rolls. In this moment, we're going to start to include our strap. So you can do some shoulder flossers if you want to do that. I know I literally like threw mine to the side of the room, but I just want to take some moments to open up our back and shoulders. All right. Now, whether you're just wiggling around like me or working with your strap, we'll release that and head back down into our forward fold. Okay, now we're gonna start to work on some planks and stuff. Marmalade is very specific about her taste in chords. If she smells any type of apple chord, she will jump through. Marmalade just has chord taste, Nicolette. I was thinking about you this morning. I'm actually so glad to see you. Okay, so we're going to work on some plank stuff. Know that you can do your planks with your knees down, with your forearms down, whatever you feel comfortable doing, okay? But we're going to try for a 30-second timed, okay? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Set a 30-second timer. Okay. I don't know why my timer thing isn't working. Let's go from here. All right. So pick your plank method. I'm going for 30 seconds. Really work on pushing away from the floor, drawing your abs in and up, lengthening through your tailbone. Good, we're halfway through. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break. All right, we're gonna go back into our downward facing dog, and we're going to work into another part of our body. So let's head back into that A shape. Let the head and neck decompress just like we were doing before. And on this one, I want us to start to work in some hip stuff. So we're gonna start with our right leg. Lift up the right leg, open up the hip, bend into the right knee. Take some circles. All right, we'll do the same thing, other side. All right, we'll return that left side down. Let's walk towards the center. roll yourself up, turn off to the side. This is gonna be a bit of combo of like shoulders and more legs and stuff, okay? So from here, we're gonna hinge from our hips, working down into our first wide-legged forward fold. You can bring your hands onto the floor, hands onto some blocks. You can bend one knee at a time, shift side to side. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way back up from here. And we're gonna go through again, but this time with a chest expansion grip, okay? So a lot more front shoulder opening. The strap that you were using earlier for your flossing, you can totally use that behind you for your grip, right? So interlace your hands, lift up your chest, and then same thing, hinge forward. All right, bend your elbows, release your hands down. Same thing, kind of coming to that same center position. You can take some little bends and extends. All right, and then we'll bring it back up. Now on this last version, we're actually gonna bring our hands onto our hips and push our hips forward almost like we're going into a back bend. You can, back bend it a little bit. Just give yourself lots and lots of support here. Hands are gonna stay on your hips, come back into neutral, and then hinge forward just halfway. Good, open up your arms into T, and then work the rest of the way down. Now maybe you grab for the outsides of your feet, legs, maybe you grab for your big toes, or you even reach through the legs. All right, let's bring ourselves back into a neutral position. Now, not all of you may have this space to the side of your mat. I'm just gonna step myself back a bit, and we're gonna come into a wide-legged high plank position. So legs are the exact same, you've just come forward into a high plank, okay? We'll shift forward, bend into your elbows 90 degrees, push up like you're in an upward facing dog, the legs are wide. And then exhale, push it back. Good, take it forwards. Mid plank. Upward facing. And downward facing dog. We're gonna do that one more time. Roll forward, bend your elbows. Upward facing. And then downward facing dog. Oh. And then just take a few beats in that downward facing dog. Right. Now let's walk ourselves back to the mat. We'll take ourselves all the way up towards standing. And we're gonna throw in a couple of yoga asana shapes here. So right toes are going to turn towards the front, bend into your front knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Side angle, working right arm down, left arm high. right, reverse warrior. Bring it all the way back up. Let's take it into long right leg, reverse triangle. And then triangle position. Know that you can grab one of those blocks I had you grab. Awesome, let's bring it all the way back up, especially if you use this block with you at the front. Take it with you up to standing. Shift through center, and let's do first our warrior 2. So I'm gonna ditch that block right up at my foot so it's ready for me. All right, inhale, reverse warrior. And side angle. Right, let's take it into our reverse triangle. And through to your triangle position. Yikes. Okie dokie, let's bring ourselves all the way back up. And we'll heel toe ourselves all the way back together. And we're gonna come back down to our seat, but here's how we're going to do it. We're gonna work through our malasana. I'm not gonna stay here for super long. And then we'll come down to our butt. And grab a little bit of water. All right, kiddos. We're going to, like I mentioned, do a shorter class today. So we're actually going to do a little bit more work here on the floor, a little more abdominal stuff, a little more arm stuff, and then we'll be done. Perfect. All right. So first, we're going to either work into a reverse tabletop or a reverse plank, okay? Now, if you're doing reverse tabletop, your knees will come into a bend in front of you. Let's all try this one together first. We've done some front shoulder opening, so hopefully this isn't too alarming, all right? We'll push and lift our hips off of the floor as you stay nice and long through the arms. Last 3, 2, 1, and return the hips back down. All right. Now, if you want to do another round of that, cool. If you want to try a reverse plank with me, legs will go long in front of you. I notice pointing or fointing helps me a lot in these ones. Having flexed, I just feel like I'm not really like watching my knees, but it might be different for you. So find what works for you. Push and lift up. All right, last 3, last 2, and hips come back down to the floor on 1. Whew. All right, shift down your mat, roll down on your back. Lift your legs up towards the ceiling. All right, this last piece, we're going to work some scissor legs. I really like scissor legs as a stretch and as an abdominal little bit, okay? So once you get both of your leggies up towards the sky, we're going to peel up our head, neck, and shoulders, separate the legs, and then switch. Switch. My blocks are in my way. Now, if for whatever reason your neck just starts to feel like funky, you can totally do this totally flat on the floor. Or even taking one of your blocks and placing it behind your head. Now, for a little extra bit, you can double pulse your legs. If your hip flexors are clicking, you need to have a little more in your low abs, a little more togetherness. Ten more seconds. Good, last 5, last 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Hug it in, relax the head and neck. Whew. All right, this next bit, we are gonna keep the head and neck down, but we're gonna take our legs back up towards the ceiling. Let me actually turn this way. So we're gonna work some open leg stuff. Okay, it's gonna be really nice for the inner thighs, and by nice, I mean awful. All right, so we're gonna turn out. So anytime I do this, I just like looking at my feet and creating more of a heels together situation. Like if you were to flex your feet, you'd be making a first position or a V, yeah? Now we're gonna try to open up through our legs and then exhale, squeeze them back together. There we go, open and close. Now, I don't really care about pacing on this. I just want you to feel like your legs are following a similar trajectory. So if you feel like one is like being wonky, just be really mindful of that. Open and close, open and close. Last 5. Good, 4, 3. Last 2. And 1. Relax the legs. Roll out your ankles. Whew. All right, this exercise was kind of fun. It's kind of like just lateral and super wiggly. You can do this one with your hands behind your head or your arms down by your side, but if you choose to do down by the side, they should be just like out a little bit at like a triangle position. All right, legs go back up and not all the way straight. Let's just have them, and it doesn't even have to be a 90-degree bend, just a bend, okay? Now you're gonna try to pull your knees towards your chest, float your hips off of the earth, and then pivot the hips over towards the left-hand side, yeah? Lift, pivot them over towards the right. Guys, we're just taking some little carvings to your abdominals on the side. Good, try to keep your shoulders towards the floor. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You know, that's a really nice exercise if you want to get into a really, again, heavy quotation marks on a fun exercise I learned from jiu-jitsu. So it's basically that same thing of like scooting the hips, but then you also move your shoulders with it, right? So hips, shoulders, hips, and shoulders, except of course, you don't have your feet on the floor helping you. Everything's up, right? So really fun little lateral scoot move if you guys want to try it. To me, this is why I basically had a six-pack when I was doing jiu-jitsu a few times a week. Oof, that shit is hard. All right. We'll come all the way flat onto our backs. And I want us to go feet together, knees nice and wide, so we're in this Baddha Konasana or bound angle position. All right, from this bound angle shape, close your right knee over towards the left, hug the knees towards the chest, and take it into a twist. Oh, my back. Oof. Good, now separate the knees, come back through your center. And then close the left leg over towards the right, hug the knees up. All right, take it back in towards center. And if there's any shapes that you feel like I was missing for you that you want to take before we take a little last moment, take them now. Maybe that looks like another bridge. Maybe you want to grab your blocks, go into a big final heart opener. Pi has entered the room, entered the chat. And we'll spend our last couple minutes doing whatever feels right, doing whatever feels good. Then we'll end. Shorter 45-minute practice today. All right, my loves. Whatever final shape you found yourself in on the ground, let's start to bring ourselves up and out of it. And then we'll find ourselves in a final seated position, or if you're like me, just half of one. Hi, Pi. Hi, Pi. Wow, Pi, your toe floofs are very long. I'm gonna have to show everybody when we're done here tonight. Well, all right, my darlings. As always, super, super grateful that you decided to show up for yourself today, that you trusted me to teach a class even in my condition. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Simpler schedule, hoping to feel a lot more mobile by Thursday. I'm sure I will be. Swelling will go down. Have some nice scabbies on me. So looking forward to doing that with y'all. Get some recordings out to you this week. But yeah, I'm taking my focus a lot because I've got a show in San Francisco in a couple weeks. So I'm going to be working on some dance skills, some inversion skills, since I'm going to be working those into the piece, yeah? So San Francisco, I'll be in you very, very soon. Thank you, Chi. Yes, less spicy. Would you guys like to see Pi's toe floofs? This one right here is really, really good. I hope it's not, it's very bright. How do I, let me just come in here under the light. Look at this. Look at this rabbit foot. Like, how does she even run around on these things? Do you guys ever wonder that? That's why she's like Tokyo drifting all over my house. She's so grinchy. Okay, I believe you. Yeah, she's a furry girl. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hopefully we'll just keep rocking with some furry toes. It's officially like winter time, so furry toes are just they're on the menu today. All right, my darlings. I'm gonna go back to walking around in my underwear, keep my legs aired out. Yeah, look forward to the next one. We're still working on our studio space. I'm going to really try to start advancing on that really soon so that I can get us in a bigger space for class. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday, and if not Thursday, next Monday. Yeah. You guys are great. And I love you. Ciao for now. See you later, alligator. Everybody think good thoughts for tomorrow, okay? Think good thoughts for your American friends. No matter what happens, I'm going to try to have a great day. Oh, Sarah, see ya. See you later. Yes. And if you're here in the States and you haven't gone out and voted yet, you've got time today. You've got time today. You've got time tomorrow. I had to register in person to vote, so it was very easy to do that. So if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know, I didn't get it together on time, you have time, and it's pretty easy to do the provisional ballots. So be sure to do that, my friends. All right. I will see you next time. Love yous.